ran it back.
Hello everyone, my name is Dan Melvin, and this is a pre-recorded video, yet the commentary is made afterwards. So, after episode 3, I believe, I decided to just do some caving and some exploring. So I ended up going to the corruption on the left side, went into one of the tunnels, as you can see right here. Didn't go too smooth, I must say. I kind of wanted to have a look in there if there was any chests, but I of course was not gonna do any bosses yet. Even though I think I may be able to kill the Eater of Worlds with my water bolt, I'm not gonna try it yet. So I'm just gonna wait a few more episodes maybe. But I wanted to show this little clip here where I got beaten up by these Eater of Souls and end up getting an achievement for it. As I fall down and break my legs and get killed. So I ended up going caving. I was done with the corruption. It was not going too well. I wanted to cross it, but it was not working out. So I ended up going back to the caves and do some exploring. Maybe find some chests, maybe find some more ores. And I ended up just doing this a lot. This is footage for from over an hour of gameplay, cut down to about 10 minutes, under 10 minutes, and everything interesting, everything that's worth showing, like this death right here, the ice, the thin ice, you can actually break through and you will die. But everything interesting and everything cool has been shown into this video, so you won't miss out on anything that I did while not speaking. So this is just some mining, following the path, getting some tungsten of course, and some other ores, and finding the first chest, which is very, very cool. I was very stoked when I found this first chest because it's a beautiful thing, and it could of course be something good, but it was not. It was a flare gun, which I'm quite disappointed about. Could have been a lot better. Like a magic mirror would have been useful, but it's not the case. But we did find a heart statue, and a heart statue is really helpful. Maybe in the late game we'll set that up with a timer. Obviously I did have to kill some monsters here in the ice biome. Some undead Vikings, but they didn't stand a chance against my massively skillful bomb throwing. Also gathered some amethysts. I was working on getting a hook, but they now take 15 gems rather than 10, so I don't have enough yet. Just some more exploring. Finding another house. There appears to be a lot of houses in this update. Got some ice skates, which is very helpful actually when mining here in the ice biome, so I switched it out for the Hermes boots temporarily, at least for as long as I'm in here. And there is another cut, yet another house. This one is on poles, on like supports, which is amazing. It looks very, very cool, and it's multi-level and has some nice chandeliers that are not lit for some reason in most of these. But I usually take them and hang them in my own house. Find a nice ice blade, which is a very nice upgrade from the spear that we had. Continuing on, finding another track and getting frozen. At first I didn't know what it was, but then I looked around and I saw it was a Medusa. Apparently that's a thing now in this game, and they are quite hard because they freeze you, they turn you into stone. Also one of these javelin throwers, hoplites, showed up, making this fight even harder, but with my massive skills I managed to pull through and kill that hoplite. He stood no chance. Figured I'd try the javelins against the Medusa, but she instantly froze me. So I just pulled out the sword and killed her, but she didn't drop anything, unfortunately. So I just headed on over and found another Medusa. That stood very little chance, even though she still froze me. Continued on following the mine track and found yet another house with another pair of ice skates. Which I don't really need, but I can obviously sell them. So I'm just gonna pick them up anyway. Found a few heart crystals on the way there as well. May as well show that. It's some more of the light ice. Be careful with that, don't break your legs falling through it. Some more mining and finding yet another house. And this one had a snowball cannon, which is also not too something to be too happy about, but it's okay, it's something at least. Once again, we find another house just a few blocks out. As you can see on the map, it's not even very far out, it's quite close. It's interesting how many of the houses there are now. I imagine if you go spelunking now, you just find a ton of these. But my inventory was getting full, so I had to delete some stuff. Found an unpleasant ice rang here, or ice boomerang, which is a decent weapon. Another house just on the left of the previous one, with another ice blade. And some spelunking potions, which is actually very good. Happy about those. I want those in the future. And then something interesting happened. There is a skeleton, and a skeleton is an NPC, much like the traveling merchant. However, there is no announcement for it. He's not on the map, nothing. So he's totally random, and you can very easily miss him. It's just a shopkeeper that's hidden in the caves, and if you happen to come across, you might be able to buy some cool stuff. And if you miss him, well, too bad. So I figured I wouldn't buy anything. I know what the counterweights do, and I'm not a fan of the boomerang or of the yo-yo yet. So until I get some better yo-yos, I am not gonna use those. Figured I'd detonate one of those TNTs and see what happens. After which we find another chest underwater, get some water walking boots, which may be helpful in the later game when we fight the Eater of Worlds. Found another heart crystal here, almost drowning though. And that's where I decided to end it, did some inventory management, and I ended the recording. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.